Hey everybody, welcome back to another Free Tool Friday where we're going to talk about knowing your numbers. All right, so we're talking about knowing your numbers. What numbers are we actually talking about? The one that we'll cover today is your top line revenue number per hour. And we'll go through a couple of examples here, but there's plenty of numbers that you can use. You'll hear people talk about KPIs, key performance indicators, basically, that can tell you what's going on in your business. One of the ones that we like to look at is our top line revenue number per hour across an annual calculation, basically. So let's get started. So step one in learning how to know that number, basically, is to calculate your revenue per hour. So the first thing that we'll do is take 52 weeks per year, an average of 40 hours per week. If yours varies, you can actually take and tweak this calculation. We're going to take out 40 hours for 1 week of vacation. So hopefully everybody gets to take at least a week of vacation. And we're going to take out 1 week for normal standard US holidays. So basically what you're left with is 2,000 working hours per year. And one quick example would be to say that if your business generated $1 million in gross revenue on an annual basis, you could take that number, divide it by the 2,000 working hours per year, and that would give you your actual hourly number that you produce every day that you're in the office or every day that your employees are working. So again, why is this important? This number, once you know it, actually guides you in helping you know where to spend your money, know where to spend your time, and how to rearrange maybe the assets that you have to maximize either protecting that number and or growing that number. One of the things that we'll talk about is, investing in X, whatever that is. Is it new PCs? Is it new employees? Is it some productivity software that can actually increase your productivity, which means you can make more money in the end, make more sales? Whatever that is it worth investing in if it's either going to maintain or increase your revenue per hour? So real easy calculation to get down to, which we'll cover here in a minute. All right, so we're in our calculator that shows you how to put these numbers together, basically. Very easy. You can adjust this top number. You can actually adjust your average hours worked per week as well if you would like. But for this example, we'll start out with the $1 million that we already covered. If your business generates $1 million in annual revenue, then at the end, what you're really generating per hour during your 40-hour work week is about $500 an hour. So what if we changed that? Some of you guys don't make that much money. We get it. What if you made $200,000? What would that look like? Whoa, that's actually 2 million. How about 200,000? And that turns out it's going to be about $100 an hour in revenue per hour during the work week. So not an insignificant amount of money by any means, but for smaller businesses, it's more and more important that you pay attention to what your investment is, because it could be eating into your revenue per hour unnecessarily or not producing enough value. Right. So one of the things that we'll flip over to here is a new tab that I created just for this demo. Real easy to talk through this. Let's say, for instance, an IT company like ours comes through and says, hey, you got a lot of equipment and we estimate that's going to cost you $2,500 a month. I'm throwing that out there as a crazy number, right? Well, the annual expense on that number is $30,000, but your hourly cost is $14.42. So if you really pay attention to this, what we're talking about is 14%, right? 14.42% of your hourly rate out the door. So really and truly, if this investment isn't giving you more than $14.42 in value back, so it's not able to help you generate more revenue, it's not putting more productivity back in the hands of your employees, if it isn't keeping you focused on selling, collecting, and lead generation, then it may not be such a great investment, right? So that's 14% of your gross revenue. So it might be something to take a look at. So I hope you like that content. Hopefully it pointed out a couple of easy things that you could do to start to get your numbers under control if you don't know those today. And again, not a comprehensive video. We're not trying to cover every single known number that we can actually have to run a business, but the one that we actually rely on the most is our hourly rate. Shows us how fast we're growing, where we can invest, and where we can spend our time. So if you like the content, like and subscribe below. If you like the tool, we'll actually leave that in a description below, leave you the link so you can click on it and download it anytime. Thanks.